12 years after Man of Steel, a brand new Superman movie is launching a brand new DC cinematic universe. But why start over at all? The obvious answer is that Warner Bros.' first attempt, the DC Extended Universe, was a rushed, poorly planned copy of Marvel's success with the Avengers.
Exactly. Bye.
They went straight from Man of Steel to Batman v Superman and then Justice League, when they should have been more patient.
Maybe.
Everyone knows that the Marvel Cinematic Universe worked because it took the time to establish its characters in individual movies first, before doing the big crossover. I mean, honestly, what were they thinking with Justice League? A movie about a team of superheroes where you have to introduce most of them for the first time? That's never gonna... The biggest lie Marvel ever told was that the reason their movies were good was because of all the setup in their other movies that came before.
That's it.
I mean, with this many characters, you simply have to establish them in their own movies and lucrative franchises first, otherwise it would just be too much.
Right?
That's simply not true, and Guardians of the Galaxy is by far the best proof.
What a bunch of a-holes.
In my first video, I mentioned that Iron Man was not well known before his first movie, and I got a bunch of interesting comments.
Just like an elevator.
No, not those.
But if you put the hammer in an elevator,
It would still go up.
elevator's not worthy.
Please stop.
Never dropping that, by the way.
Iron Man fans were pointing out cartoons and video games with him in it, and in the comics, he was a pretty big deal well before the movie happened.
Ostentatious, don't you think?
Hello, team. Welcome to Stark Tower, my pride and joy. It's 40 stories of heaven on earth.
It's amazing what you can do with just a few $1 billion.
Yeah, we don't really need to start a conversation.
So while he might not have been a household name around the world, which was my original point, so I wasn't wrong, don't put in the newspaper that I was wrong, Iron Man did have his dedicated fans, which is also true for a bunch of the original Avengers, like Thor and Captain America. The Guardians of the Galaxy, though, were ridiculously obscure.
Star-Lord.
Who?
No solo movies for any of them, and no obvious connection to the rest of the MCU at the time. The big purple guy sitting in a chair doesn't count. It's 2014. It's gonna be another 4 years before people know what a Thanos is.
Oh yeah, you're much more of a Thanos.
And yet, Guardians of the Galaxy just works. It's a great story about a group of misfits and assholes finding strength in each other and saving the galaxy from evildoers, with an awesome soundtrack to boot. They went from obscure to iconic in one movie.
Star-Lord. Finally.
All of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies tend to do their own separate thing, and have consistently been some of the best and most memorable entries in the MCU, equal parts wacky fun and devastating heartbreak. Those were Rocket Raccoon's first words? That's so fucking sad. I need to watch something a little lighter to cheer myself up. Believe it or not, this is less painful. If you think about it for more than a second, solo movies being a prerequisite for ensembles is ridiculous. It's like saying that you can't make Ocean's 11 without doing Danny Ocean's origin story first. Or that the only way to tell the story of the Beatles is to do 4 separate movies about each of the... Oh, fuck off.
There was no other way.
Even the Avengers, the Phase 1 poster child for solo movies establishing characters and setting up the big crossover, works absolutely fine on its own terms. Bad guy wants to take over the world, and the good guys have to figure out how to work together to stop him.
Ant. Boot.
That's pretty straightforward. Everything you need to know about these characters is in the movie itself, because that's how good storytelling works. Captain America's backstory as a World War II superhero who wakes up in the present after being frozen in ice.
There's not enough time. I gotta put her in the water.
You won't be alone.
Oh my god. This guy's still alive.
Now you're all caught up? Thor and Loki's sibling rivalry and angst, fueling the latter's desperate bid for power and attention? It's all right here.
I thought you dead.
Did you mourn?
We all did. Our father.
Your
We were raised together. We played together. We fought together. Do you remember none of that?
I remember a shadow. Living in the shade of your greatness.
Gosh darn it.
Language!
Everyone said how good Iron Man was, but I still haven't seen it. If only there was one line of dialogue in the Avengers that could explain who he is, while also summing up his entire vibe.
Big man in a suit of armor. Take that off. What are you?
Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
You don't need to watch any of the Phase 1 films to be able to understand or enjoy Avengers. And judging by their box office, a lot of people didn't do most of the homework back then.
You have homework. You have a lot of homework.
Well, what if I didn't?
But Guardians, Avengers, these are still the early stages of the MCU, where there aren't that many characters. What about later movies, with bigger ensembles and more complicated conflicts?
I got you! I got you! Sorry, I can't remember anybody's names!
If you want a good example of a Marvel movie that has a complex story, a large roster of characters, both old and new, and still remains accessible to casual viewers, action-packed, and entertaining,
Multiple contusions detected.
Yeah, I detected that too.
look no further than Captain America: Civil War. But isn't Civil War about the consequences of all the other big movies coming back to bite the Avengers in the ass?
Oh, and apparently he's brought a guest.
We know who it is?
The Secretary of State.
Ross's presentation goes over all of that.
New York. Washington, D.C. Sokovia.
Don't you need to watch the Iron Man movies to know about Tony's complicated relationship with his parents and his trauma?
I never got to say goodbye to my father.
No, because Tony's first scene covers it.
You're going to miss us. Because this is the last time we're all going to be together. You know what's about to happen. Say something. If you don't, you'll regret it.
I love you, Dan. And I know you did the best you could.
What about the dynamic between Tony and Steve, who represent the two sides of the main conflict? This is a friendship built over a couple of movies. There's respect and admiration, but also disagreement, tension, even some bitterness.
That's the guy my dad never shut up about? Wondering if they shouldn't have kept him on ice.
How are you guys planning on beating that?
Together.
We'll lose.
And we'll do that together too.
Well, all of that comes across pretty clearly in this scene, both in dialogue and through the excellent performances.
You know, I'm glad Howard got married. I only knew him when he was young and single.
Oh, really? You two knew each other? He never mentioned that. Maybe only 1,000 times.
God, I hated you. If I see a situation pointed south, I can't ignore it. Sometimes I wish I could.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
Sometimes I want to punch you in your perfect teeth. But I don't want to see you gone. We need you, Cap.
You haven't seen The Winter Soldier?
No.
Civil War's opening explains his deal. You haven't seen Black Panther either? Guess what? That came out after. Black Panther's introduction is in Civil War, and it's an excellent, self-contained subplot and character arc.
So you like cats?
Sam.
What?
A good story should be accessible and enjoyable on its own, and for a long time, Marvel knew how to do that very well. At its best, the MCU put characters first.
But I see those guys, those gods.
You don't think they need me?
I think they do. Which is a lot scarier.
Larger than life, yet down to earth, or sometimes up to space.
You think this is funny?
No. It's probably not, right?
If you can relate to them as people, you'll be invested, even if you don't know every detail of their shared universe history.
Staying together is more important than how we stay together.
I can't sign it.
I know.
what are you doing here?
I didn't want you to be alone.
This isn't gonna change what happened. I don't care. He killed my mom.
He killed my mom instead of he killed my parents is a gut punch. And emotionally, it lands, even if your only knowledge of Tony's family is from the memory reconstruction scene.
That's how I wish it happened.
It's such a deeply sad, character-revealing line. And now I really feel like I should watch something else to cheer myself up again.
Yeah.
So if the whole idea of you have to do solo movies first is wrong, why has it persisted for so long? Well, it's a hell of a sales pitch. Avengers, as a story and as a movie, can stand on its own just fine. But what made it a record-smashing hit that completely changed the landscape of Hollywood blockbusters was everything that came before.
There was an idea. Bring together a group of remarkable people. See if they could become something more. See if they could work together when we needed them to fight the battles that we never could.
Phase 1 was a marketing campaign.
Captain America, the first Avengers trailer.
And it worked.
They needed the push.
Blockbusters should always aim for quality. Tell a good story. Do right by the characters that you're bringing to life. But success is a whole other ballgame.
How'd you solve the icing problem?
Icing problem.
Might want to look into it.
Yes, Guardians of the Galaxy didn't have separate movies for all of its main characters to generate interest. But it also didn't exist in a vacuum, Space Joke.
You think this is funny?
By 2014, the MCU was a brand with a lot of hype behind it. And even though Guardians was seen as a risky gamble, it still benefited from all that positive momentum. For comparison, 2021's The Suicide Squad, despite also being written and directed by James Gunn, and also being a great movie about a group of misfits and assholes bonding and becoming heroes,
He does exactly what I do.
But better.
was a box office bomb. Between the pandemic, the simultaneous streaming release, sharing a name with a movie that is, to put it politely, divisive, and to put it accurately, a bag of ass, The Suicide Squad faced an uphill battle that had nothing to do with its quality as a movie. Fans felt their investment of time and attention was rewarded, but the movies remained accessible, fun, and good, letting casual viewers also hop aboard the hype train. Other cinematic universe attempts stumbled, mostly due to inconsistent quality, but also because they bought into the lie way too much. You can do all the universe-building stuff, post-credit teases, name drops, cameos, but those are just ingredients. Putting them together in one place doesn't mean you're cooked.
You think this is funny?
Yes.
I'm not saying there's no reason to watch everything in the MCU. Just because it's not required viewing doesn't mean it won't make some things easier to follow. And many moments, references, and payoffs are a lot more meaningful and rewarding to longtime fans. Movies like Infinity War and Endgame are like season or even series finales. If you're aiming for a massive event that concludes a saga told over a decade, you will prioritize and celebrate the people that have followed it since the beginning. And that's fair, but it should be the exception, not the rule. A good shared universe is a reward, not a barrier to entry. Not everyone is going to watch every movie and every show, nor should they.
Alioth.
Alioth is in this thing? From Loki season 1, episode 5?
I do not understand.
I do. I understood that reference.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like and subscribe for more weekly content. God, I need a better outro. Ugh.